Okay, this is still a continuation on about Niberu. You know, those who are in the know realize that it is coming and that the government is doing zero to help the people prepare, because they don't care, because they already have their own rabbit holes to jump in when the time comes. And there's more than just worrying about these earth changes. That's just one of the things to be concerned about. And the spiritual changes are going to be much more severe. And this is a vision that my friend Art Beekman, the guy that died twice and came back to life twice, died on cocaine. And he was deader than a doorknob, but he was raised back to life. And this is a vision that he had, and I was there when it happened. And he was kind of all tranced out, and I asked God to repeat it, and he did. This was March '86 in Nelson, BC. And this is what he saw. He was actually up in the spirit, looking down on the land. This is what he saw. There is a black shadow over the land. I see men dying. An angel coming with poison fruit, white on outside, black on inside. Coming soon, hark! With one sweep he takes them all. The time is short. Don't be a fool, for the fool will fall. So it's basically saying here that there is a man of power that's going to come on the scene. And with one swipe, people will lose their freedom. The majority of the world will be taken up by deception. Coming forth is an angel of light, but not bringing forth good fruit. And those who partake at his table will soon realize that their fruit is full of death. And this is another word. I believe this was up near New Orleans, maybe just before that. Actually, we were paired up as a team to do a crosswalk in the United States in the summer of '88, and we left Austin, Texas to San Antonio to see the Pope there, and on the 13th of September. Then we started walking. We wanted to head to D.C., but that didn't work. Got arrested by this cop for walking on the interstate, and he was demon-possessed. I mean, even his own companions, they stood away from him. Anyway, this says, what can I do as a believer? Okay, now that you know that all this is coming, and you believe that it's coming, what can you do? To pray that God's hand will remain on the land, that a few more will be saved. The end is near. Children in the Spirit cry out. It means to intercede. That your Father in heaven hear. Desolation is coming over the land. Only God's will, his hand, will keep it back. Death comes in the form of a man and a system that none can escape. No, not one, save those of the man-child. You'll find this in Revelations 12:5. It doesn't matter how much money that you have, or how much muscle that you have, or how much smarts that you have. You won't escape what's coming on the land. The only escape is knowing God, knowing the Word, and learning to live by faith and to walk in love. Nothing else will work. It goes on to say, keep your eyes to the Lord always, and your mind off the earth in all things, that you might hear the death toll of the bell and be spared. And this may be what Bill Deagle has seen. And things are in motion where if what he's saying is true about the food, the economy becoming tight, food's going to become scarce. It's going to be hard for people to eat in America, and that means the food to these other nations like Africa is going to be cut off. So what happens then? People die. And this is just an attempt by the Luciferian slime balls to sacrifice people on their altar of fear. Now I tell you, they got their day coming. I'm not afraid of them. And there's going to be a people that's going to rise up. And these people are going to be a people to contend with. And I tell you what, old Slewfoot there, he's going to be on the receiving side. And he's going to get his butt kicked. Because these people that are coming up, they're not going to fear death, because they know that dying is just a one-way ticket upwards. Well, this is coming on the land. Niberu is coming. People, you who are in the know, you can't afford to stay in the cities. Because if you stay in the cities and the markets go down and the banks close their doors, you're out to lunch. You just lost your savings. So you best pull your money out now, do it discreetly, and put it into gold and silver and into provisions. Because these times are coming. I believe we're there. And like in the visions, the 7 visions where I saw 3 million people, men, women, and children, in Vancouver. I saw them all at once, like in a panorama. Each face, individual, felt their pain. But I've seen everyone at the same time too. I was in the spirit like John was in the spirit. And seeing these people die. It's not God's fault. They were warned. They did not believe. And they stayed. And they died. And the world got upset and blamed it on the Christians. And then right at the end, 24 hours after the West Coast was wiped out, 40 miles of coast gone inland, no more Vancouver, Surrey, all that gone. Seattle gone, LA gone, San Francisco gone, San Diego no longer there. I heard this audible voice of this madman. You know who I'm talking about. And he said, well, it's time to take the heads of the Christians. And we may see this quake happen next spring, early summer. The last sign that I saw was that there was an economic crash that wiped out the middle class. The rich who had some money, they were holding onto their money and they had their belt done up to the last notch. They weren't spending, so it looks like we could be at that point soon. There's going to be a transfer of wealth. If you got a home, you better cash it in. And you better use it for the gospel. Use it for the kingdom of God. And God can keep his people, but it's going to take an act of faith and lots of hard work, rubbing shoulders with others, coming together like ants preparing for a winter to make it through. As the cities are going to become chaos. The cities are going to burn across America, across Canada.